Hello YouTube, this is the Winstraits here, more specifically Cold Blue with another Fakemons episode for you guys. And I figured that I would try to finish the Megas and the Primals, like I promised I would, a long time ago. So this is a video where I'll just try doing it by myself, because I was going to ask for Bailey, because he knows more about strategies than I would about these Mega Pokemon that I've made. But I figured I might as well just give it a shot so it's at least out there so you people are not waiting for so long. So anyways, I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Okay, and here is the first Mega Evolution, which is Mega Tauros. Mega Tauros turns into a pure fighting type, so loses the normal type altogether. Which can be in positive and a negative, because then you lose the ghost immunity. But still, fighting type with Mega Tauros would make sense to me at least. Because it's, well, based on this design, it's a Minotaur now. So it unleashes all of its rage and turns to a pure fighting type. Well, to start with the stats, its HP is 75. Its attack is 145. Its defense is 110. Its special attack is 40. Its special defense is 80. And its speed is 130. Which makes its stat total 580. Which, I guess it ain't that bad, but since it's changed to a fighting type, it can't really take a single psychic or fairy move. Well, unless it's a physical psychic or fairy move, like Play Nice and Cycle Cut or something like that, but if it's special, it can't really take a hit. Although its speed and attack do make up for its weak special defenses. So you'll most likely be able to outspeed a lot of things and then take it out with a powerful attack. Its ability is Sheer Force, which is its, I think, normal hidden ability. But with Mega Tauros, it really helps out a lot with that huge attack boost. And I would recommend these attacks if you're using Mega Tauros. There's some variations I have thought up of, but I'll list them all off for you anyways. We have Iron Head or Iron Tail. Iron Head would be for the accuracy, and with Sheer Force it gets rid of the flinching, but also boosts the attack. Iron Tail if you just want to go for straight damage, and also it gets rid of that defense drop, I think, the opponent gets, which boosts the attack even more. But it's riskier because it only has like 70% accuracy, while Iron Head is 100% accuracy. So it depends if you want to go full out attack or if you trust accuracy more. Another good attack would be Zen Headbutt, because of it decreases it. No, it gets rid of the flinch, but it increases the attack a lot as well. There's two moves I picked for this. You got Rock Slide and or Stone Edge. Rock Slide would be for doubles, and it would also get a boost because of the flinch getting rid of. So that could be his use as well, but Stone Edge does more damage to a single target, and it gets rid of the high crit ratio, which boosts the attack. So it depends on whether this is a doubles Mega Tauros or a singles Mega Tauros, because if it's singles, you would want Stone Edge. If it's, pardon me, I'm sorry, if you're doing doubles, you want Rock Slide. Even for doubles, you can still do Stone Edge, but in some situations, you may want a Rock Slide. And then there's also two moves I have for the last slot. You have Secret Power, because it'll turn into Body Slam if you're online automatically. And Body Slam has a chance to paralyze, and with Sheer Force, you'll get rid of the chance of paralyzation and just boost the attack. And also, if you're brave enough to go against, just in case, a special attacker or a physical attacker. Well, physical attacker, you probably take a hit. Special, not so much, so you might not want to keep it in. But if you're brave enough to do it, you can also do Work Up on it, which boosts his attack even more. So if you have, with the Sheer Force Work Up, Iron Head will take down take it down a lot of things. So will a Work Up, Sheer Force, Zen Headbutt, and Stone Edge. So that's how I would use mine, but I'm pretty sure there's other ways to do it. So if you want to mind in the comment section below, leave suggestions on how you would use it as in battle. And I will consider them, because I literally just made up this list of attacks in like a minute. So I'm pretty sure there's other ways I'm just not thinking about right now. So if you don't mind, tell me what you would do, and we will move on to the next Mega Evolutions. Okay, here's the next Mega Evolution, which is Mega Empoleon. Mega Empoleon stays water and steel typing, which is actually really good, because it then only has two weaknesses, which is electric and fighting, I assume. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If it's still ground, if I don't know if water resists it, that's not that big of a deal. Its HP is 84, its attack is 86, its defense is 113, its special attack gets a boost at 151, its special defense is at 126, and its speed is at 70, which makes its stat total at 630. Which means this thing, well, no, hold on, let me finish it off first. And then its ability is Battle Armor, which prevents critical hits against Mega Empoleon. So basically it's like Mega Slowbro, like Shell Armor, it can't get critted. So Mega Empoleon is kind of a wallish Pokemon. It can take physical and special hits really good. And then it can also dish out a nice special attack damage. Although it is somewhat slow, I think its defenses and special attack make up for it. And then I recommend the moves Scald and Flash Cannon for the stab. And then I have a lot of variety for the other two slots. I have Signal Beam for damage. I have Stealth Rock for, I know Stealth Rock and Empoleon is actually pretty common. And then I also have Rest. If you want to make this thing a huge wall, you have Rest. And if you do have Rest, I recommend either using Sleep Talk or Snore. Not Snore as much as Sleep Talk, because Sleep Talk you have a chance of getting stab damage. Snore you just get normal damage, which I think a lot of types do resist, like Steel, Rock. I think fighting should at least. And then I'm not sure if water resists ground or not. So if it doesn't, you have a powerful Ice Beam to take out a lot of flying, ground, and grass, and even dragons as well, because I keep forgetting dragons are weak to ice. Which can also be good as well, because steel resists dragons, so if you predict, if you nicely predict a dragon type move, you can switch into Mega Empoleon and then Ice Beam them, because it will resist the dragon attack, and then you can take them out in a hit, most likely. And then also, for coverage against your weaknesses, I have Hidden Power, Ground, and Psychic for that nice special boost, because it doesn't learn Earth Power, which I was actually kind of surprised. I looked it up. And the only Psychic move it learns is Rest. So Hidden Power, Ground, or Psychic to cover its weaknesses, and also Ice Beam to cover its weaknesses as well. Do that. But I do recommend using the Rest, Sleep Talk, Flash Cannon, Scald tactic. That just seems like it would work out a lot better in online matches. So, if you think there's a better way to work this Pokemon, please tell me down in the comment section below, and thank you. And here's the next Mega Evolution, which is Mega Infernape. Its typing stays Fire and Fighting, because that seems to work out a lot for Blaziken, so I figured, because Blaziken's Ubers, because, overrated fire freaking starters anyways, that's a rant. And then, so, I just decided to keep it, because it kind of works for Infernape as well. I gave it a different, type of stat boosts than you might have, considered. I gave its HP is 76, its attack is 148, its physical defense is 106, its special attack is dropped, I think. Yes, it's dropped to 80. And then its special defense is risen to 96. Then I give it 128 stat for speed, which makes it 20 points faster than it originally was. And all these stats increases makes its stat total at 634, which I think is 4 above Mega Empoleon. Sorry. And then I gave it the ability Serene Grace because its attacks that it can learn. It actually does help out Mega Infernape a lot with Serene Grace because you can give it Ice, Thunder, Fire Punch, all the elemental punches, and practically boost the chance of either paralyzing, freezing, and or burning them, which I think can be really useful and competitive, especially the freeze. Also, they have that one open slot yet, so you can have the fighting type Stab, which is, let's see, a good one. Mach Punch, probably? Yeah, Mach Punch would be pretty good. Also, Brick Break. I always use Brick Break because I don't use Close Combat because I don't like the stat decreases. But you could run Close Combat because with that 148 attack stat, that'll do some massive damage to almost anything. And also, you could also run, let's see, what else you can do, probably... Ooh, Flare Blitz would be pretty good too if you don't want to do the Fire Punch. But then you have that recoil. You could run the Close Combat if you really wanted to. The Stone Edge would be nice as well because you have a higher chance. I think Serene Grace also boosts the chance of crits if it has a high crit boost. I'm not certain on that, so don't quote me on it. And then if you really want to, you could always Swords Dance with the Mega Infernape, and then do all the elemental punches with it as well. Honestly, I would just do all the elemental punches and then Brick Break or Mach Punch. That's what I would do in online. But that's just me, so if you would use it differently, please tell me down in the comment section below, and I would greatly appreciate it. So now we'll move on to the last Mega Starter Pokemon that I have. And here it is, the almighty Mega Torterra. If any of you have watched my top 10 starters video, you know that Torterra is my favorite starter overall. And that will never change no matter what. I don't care if like a new generation comes out and the thing is literally a fire-breathing dragon, which we already have. But you get the point. If it's awesome, I don't even care. Torterra will always be my favorite starter Pokemon, and that will never change. So I had to make this thing awesome because right now it is horrible online because of that ×4 ice and just ×4 ice weakness, which is also really annoying and very unfortunate for it. So I beefed it up a lot, and I turned this thing into a powerhouse. So let's get going. I changed its typing. Instead of to rock ground, I made it rock. No, crap. It's grass and ground originally, so I changed it to grass and rock, which is also an original typing, which is really good because it only has like 3 weaknesses. So, and its stats I made awesome. They look really good on paper. I'm not sure how they'll do in battle, but it looks really nice on paper. So, its HP is 95. Its physical attack is 140, which is a nice boost from its original. Its defense is 144, which is still a good boost from its original. Its special attack stays at 75. Why would you use a special Torterra anyways? I just left it like crappy. Its special defense is increased to 105, and its speed stays at 56 because it's already slow. Why make it faster? It doesn't outspeed much anyways as it is. So I decided not to give it a speed boost. So, and also its ability is Solid Rock, which decreases the power of super effective moves by 1/4, I think it is. So this thing is literally a walking, like, island tank monster. He can take hits forever with the Solid Rock and those giant defenses and physical and defense. And then it can also dish out a nice chunk of damage with that 140 attack stat. Also, its HP also helps its defenses a little bit because its HP is actually kind of high. So, it's almost 100, so that's pretty good actually. So, this thing will last forever. It can't die. I don't care if you Iron Head this thing, it's just going to stand there and rip your throat out. with its teeth. So, its stat total is 619, which is lower than the other two Megas. But honestly, I think Mega Torterra is the better out of the others because of its defenses and its attack stat. Also, its ability helps it out a lot more than the other ones kind of do, except Mega Infernamp, which also helps it a lot. But Mega Torterra's special ability helps it out a lot more, I think. So let's go on to the attacks for this thing, because it's just so awesome. Iron Head for those annoying ice types. I don't expect the Mega Torterra, so just Mega Evolve and just slam your face into that stupid Glaceon over on the side, and just kill it. Then you either have the choice between EQ or the Stab Seed Bomb. I would actually prefer the Seed Bomb Stab because, now that I think about it, not many things resists grass besides Steel, Dragon, and Flying. I don't think Bug does. Poison might. Don't quote me on that though. But that's why you have the Iron Head there to kill it. Anything. So yeah, the Seed Bomb for stab and the EQ for damage. But how much does Seed Bomb do? Let me check real quick. If I type it right. Seed Bomb does 80 and Earthquake does 100, so it's actually pretty close to each other. So yeah, Seed Bomb would probably be the better choice. And then for another stab, you have the Stone Edge, which will do detrimental damage with that giant attack. And then you also have the high crit ratio, so nothing's living that. I don't care if you're brave about your braviary, just knock it out of the sky. And then also, I gave it these 3 moves for its 4th slot. You can cycle through them if you choose. It's also made this last slot can be used as a setup or not. But I have Stealth Rocks, because that could also be very helpful in a battle. So just send it out right away, Mega Evolve Stealth Rocks, and then next turn you get all your stats increased. Then you have the Rock Polish, which is really common in NU right now. The Rock Polish Torterra, which increases speed and I think also attack. Rock Polish, let me check. Rock Polish. Boosts speed by 2 stages. So I guess that could be helpful, but in the higher tiers, not very much. I would probably recommend better the Sharpen because it boosts the attack stat. But then again, that is just me. You don't have to go by that. So Rock Polish, Stealth Rocks, or Sharpen. And then he also has Synthesis, which can help you out a lot because then you get your HP back. I think Synthesis is also boosted in the sun, like sunlight is. So if you use Synthesis on this thing, it's going to last forever. I don't care what you have to say. Synthesis with those defenses, and HP, this thing will not fall for no matter what. You can nuke it and just stand there and just eat it. This thing doesn't need no sturdy. Screw your ice types. So, that is Mega Torterra. He's my favorite Mega that I've made because he's just so cool. I also love how I made his design. And he's got the 2 trees, he's got mountains. I messed up his bat leg though. It should be up front. Now that I look at it, that's my mistake, but that's not that big of a deal. So yeah, that's Mega Torterra. And now we will move on to our Primal Evolution Pokemon, which I think I made really overpowered. So I hope you enjoy it. And here it is, the moment most of you have been waiting for, the Primal Evolution Pokemon. Now, none of you are probably very surprised by who I picked because this guy is awesome. He is literally the physical form of power in the Pokemon game. He's literally the power Pokemon. He moved continents by ropes. No one else can do that besides this big old monster right here. So Primal Regigigas comes to the game, hopefully. And I made him way overpowered than he needed to be, but that's okay because he's literally the power Pokemon, so overpowering the power Pokemon is not that bad. Besides, you're ready to Mega Ray Quake with the Life Orb, so shush. He stays normal type, so here. His HP is 110. His attack is 200. His defense is 130. His special attack is 80. His special defense is 130 as well, and his speed is 100. And the best part about him, no slow starts. I had the idea of giving him pure power, making his physical attack 400 instead of 200, but I was like, everybody just calm down. No, not happening. So instead of pure power, I gave him mold breaker. So, yeah, I guess that kind of helps sometimes with levitate, and that's pretty much it, I guess. But hey, Mega Regigigas. And it evolves from Regigigas with the Regiital. What it looks like, I have no idea. I just thought it sounded cool. And also, I came up with this idea myself, as like everything else I do. One of his attacks changes into a new attack when he Mega evolves. Crush Grip is his signature move, but with the Primal evolution, Crush Grip turns into Regiclaw. And I have all the notes about Regiclaw right here. Regiclaw changes to one of 4 types to cause the most damage. So it changes to match the enemy's weakness. Okay? And if it doesn't match the weakness, it'll change to a new type. Say you have, I don't know. Let's think of one. I should have done this sooner. A bug type. You're fighting a Cricketop for some reason. It'll change to a rock type attack instead of having to be ice, steel, or normal for the most damage, because that is its weakness. And also, if the attacks are not super effective at all against the Pokemon, it will just turn into a normal type attack. So you'll get a nice stab, Regiclaw attack onto you. So, also, I had to, like, nerf it a little bit, so its damage is only 45. I think I should increase that, actually. Yeah, let's actually increase that to 55 damage. Normally, if it's not super effective, if it's super effective, then it'll obviously be the 110. Which, I guess ain't too bad, because, yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't really think the damage through that much. I think I've kind of made it a little too weak for what it is, so, yeah, let's boost that to 55. So it does 55 damage, and it has 98% accuracy, so you have 2% chance to miss. But most of the time it'll hit, like almost 100% of the time it'll hit, like you'll hardly ever miss. And the PP for this move is only 5, which I think is the same as Crush Grip, so I kept it the same like that. And yeah, so like you have to like use it wisely because you only have 5 times to use it. So if you waste it on a Protect or a Detect or like a bad switch, because like if you attack a bug type and like if you're facing a bug type, it's changed the rock. But say it switches out and sends in, let's say a Sock, which is a fighting type, it will resist the rock type because it doesn't change to match the switch in. It only changes to match what's currently out. So yeah, once you ever attack get locked, like say you clicked on Crush Grip and you selected your enemy, it's selected on that enemy and it's changed to rock. If that bug Pokemon switches out into a fighting type, it will be resisted and it won't change. But so basically that's it. So the 5 PP is kind of, you have to be smart about it. And besides Regiclaw, I have these attacks picked out for you might want. Iron Head is really good on Regigigas already, so just give it the 200 attack stat boost and you just have a killing machine. You can also choose Superpower, which will just tear through everything alive. Knockoff, which I guess can be good if you're like that kind of person who, like, I guess the knockoff could be really good with this Pokemon, so I'd always suggest it actually, especially if you're going to get some Megas. Zen Headbutt would be good because it originally has Zen Headbutt when you catch it, so just keep it on there, and you have an attack that will help against those fighting type weaknesses. Then you have Drain Punch if you want to get back your HP. And that attack will do a lot of damage to get a lower HP back, especially since you already have a high HP. Then you can either Earthquake, because you don't want anything alive. And then you can just Stone Edge as well. So, and for the Force slot, you obviously want Regiclaw. Everyone's going to use Regiclaw. Primal Regigigas, I don't care what you say. So yeah, I basically made Primal Regigigas because Regigigas is my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. So, I had to make him good. So, he's really good. Yeah, so Regigigas straight out of NU goes automatically to Ubers. I assume this will go straight to Ubers just based on how I made it, because Mega Mawwile's in Ubers, and that's really not that good. So this will go straight to Ubers, I guarantee it. So, yeah, we'll do a quick recap, and we'll stop there. Okay, guys and gals, those were our final Mega Pokemon, and the one Primal evolution that I've promised you a long time ago. I want you guys to tell me which Mega Pokemon you would use, and how you would use it, and also explain why you pick that Mega Pokemon. If you want Mega Tauros because it dishes out huge damage, or if you want Mega Torterra because it's an offensive, like, wall, explain why you would choose them in that sort of fashion. And no need to pick Regigigas, because I know everybody's going to use Primal Regigigas because he's the strongest thing alive. I think he's better than... No, I shouldn't say that. I can't guarantee that. But explain to me how you would use them, why you'd use them, which one's your favorites. Which one's aesthetically your favorite one? Which one do you think looks the coolest? Personally, I think Primal Regigigas. Also, leave a comment down below. Which Pokemon do you think, out of both of my videos that I've showed you so far, is the best Mega Evolution? You can do that here or on the other video if you have not watched that one yet. I will link it down below for you people. I'll link the entire Fakemon playlist for you as well. So, I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you taking your time to look at my ideas, and I also very much appreciate your suggestions. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you. This was Cold Blue from the Win Straits channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.